Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie for Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Generally, we work with the energy of the moon, but because this is the monthly, we are going to work with all of the inner planets. So this is the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Mother Earth, and we'll see what kind of guidance we can get for the month. Before I turned on the camera, I was trying to get into your energy, and I saw, like, the moon was out, but you were looking out through the window, and the light was streaming down into a prepared bathtub. It was full of water. It looked warm and inviting. You're just standing there looking at it. Like, I think you really, really are searching for that emotional calm. I felt that's what it felt like. It's like I want to be in that calm water, but I'm not there yet. It's something you're working toward or desiring or something. So I found that interesting. So let's see what Spirit has to say here, and we'll go from there. So I do want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. They help me grow my channel, and in fact, I'm going to ask you to help even out the energy exchange. I put about 25 to 30 hours a week into making 24 videos, and so all I'm asking in exchange from you is a thumbs up. So if you could hit the thumbs up for me right now, I would really appreciate that while you have a progression. It's a nice progression, actually, and I kind of really like it. Oh, my nose is itching looking at it, too, so this is really cool. Okay, so what you have here is you have the Seven of Wands. And that is kind of that energy of I'm standing my ground. I'm trying to stay calm, and everything's coming at me. And that's kind of like I want to be in that bathtub where it's calm and comfortable. Oh, let's put it here. And I'm not there yet. And I'm just not there yet. But look, now we move to the Eight of Wands, where you start moving forward. And see how with the skunk, the wands are pointing at the skunk, like he's under fire. But in the next card, the Eight of Wands, you are creating the energy that's moving the wands away from you, and you're moving forward. And so I think that you're going to be able to find, it doesn't look calm though, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to get into the bathtub, but I do think you're getting ready to go. And so I don't know, maybe you had gotten out of the bathtub and you were just feeling calm and relaxed and getting ready for the next thing, but it didn't feel that way because I felt a lot of tension in my heart chakra area. But it looks like things are getting ready to move forward for the month of May, and that's nice. That's really nice. So I do want to remind you that if none of this is making sense, if it's not resonating, be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising. One of them should have the messages that you need for May, and you may find that, for May, and you may find that they are in all of them. Like you might find something in everything. Ooh, wrong ones. Let's do the Sun first. I had to move them. There were so many cards, and I kept trying to knock them off with my elbow. And chasing cards is not what I want to do this morning. All right. So in case you're wondering, I had my oral surgery, and it went fairly well. And today's the day when it's supposed to swell up. And so I did some videos last night and this morning. I'm trying to get some more done before the pain medication wears off, but the swelling is happening. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But you made it. Ooh, look at this, gratitude. So the Sun is reminding you to show gratitude. Okay, so when you listen to any reader, not just me, I think it's a good idea to try to jot down a few notes that you can journal on later. And this one has an affirmation, so this might be something worth jotting down. It says, "This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful." This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. And so I think that's really important to remember. These are affirmations. So when you speak an affirmation, you are creating that atmosphere of reality for yourself. So whether or not you feel that way, if you say that, then it becomes true. And so it's sort of like standing on the high ground and feeling like you're under attack, and then you under attack, and you have to excuse my mouth trying to work. This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. And so I think if you use that affirmation, you can easily move from feeling under attack to I'm on the move and everything's flowing in my direction. So that would be the purpose of using positive affirmations like that. And so I hope that you will jot that down. You can back up the video and listen to it again and get it. And we'll finish with some affirmations as well. And so hopefully you find something that you can hang on to that really helps you get through the month and helps you create, because you're a co-creator with the divine of your life. And so that's an opportunity to do that. So Mercury. Okay, oh, I forgot to mention, I'm just like, it's early. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, so we're going to have to work on this one right here. All right, so the sun is in Taurus from April 20th to May 20th, and then on May 21st, it moves into Gemini. And so for you, Scorpio, that means you're moving from your 7th house into your 8th house of transformation. So the sun is moving things in your life from your 7th house of partnerships. So you'll probably be dealing with that. And that, whew, I think that full moon in Libra was all about bringing partnerships into balance. And so you'll be moving away from feeling like you're under attack to be moving forward, transforming something in your relationship aspect. This does not mean necessarily breaking up. It could mean a breakup, but it also could mean changing of attitudes, changing of direction, trying something else that works, opening your heart space, which would be really important because the heart feels so tight. So if you can just open up your heart space. But the reason I think that it might have something to do with breakups is because Mercury, which is currently in Aries, and then on May 6th, now that we're out of retrograde, it's picked up some speed. On May 6th, moves into Taurus, and then 2 weeks later, moves into Gemini. And so again, this is currently it's in your 6th house of day-to-day activities and trying to keep things in balance. And then it's into your partnership, and then it's into transformation. And so right now, you're not happy about something that has to do with this area of your life because this is anger. Oh, and you have 2 horses. I mean, I know it's a unicorn, but it looks so much like a horse in this one. Anyways, it says, safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. And so it's okay that you're upset. It's okay that you're angry. I can see that you feel under attack. So it's okay to be angry about that. But using the wisdom of the horse, and horses are so wise, using the wisdom of the unicorn, find a way to express your what you're not happy about in a way that is productive so that things move forward, right? This is the 8 of Wands. This isn't the 9 of Wands where you just are like almost defeated, or the 10 of Wands where you give up. This is about you moving things forward in a positive direction. So choose your words carefully. Clearly you're upset. Clearly. And probably very well warranted. But by carefully choosing your words and knowing what it is you're trying to accomplish when you speak, do something that helps you open your heart chakra, allows you to let self-love in. And if you speak with self-love and aware that the other person also deserves to feel that way, then you'll find the right words. And I think Venus could help you with that. So Venus is in Aries also and moves into Taurus on May 15th. And so, again, we're talking day-to-day activities into your house of partnerships. And so I think partnerships are really important this month. Resolution of partnership issues. And I say that because when we get to the moon, we've got the new moon in Taurus, which is in your 7th house of partnerships. And then we have the full moon in Scorpio to complete the month. And so that will be wrapping up and finishing a cycle that has to do with your sense of self. So Venus says to stand by your commitments. You are strong enough to keep the promises that you've made. Don't back out. Your angels believe in you. And so, yes, if you're in a committed relationship, you have every right to express how you feel, and you should. You should. Oh, we have a new idea. So I think this could be the new way of approaching something in order to create results that you like as opposed to results that you don't like. I have old eyes. We're using the light. Your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. And boy, does that look like you're on the right path. I mean, he's on a path and everything's flowing forward. So whatever your idea is. Now, the commitment could be the commitment to yourself. And if you are in a toxic situation, then don't say, well, I made a promise, I'm staying here. If it is not healthy, if it is not good for you to be there, if you're always feeling like this, then maybe you need to make another choice. But if it's salvageable and it's what you want, then maybe it's not the partnership that's the problem, but the way of managing it. And so standing up for yourself, stating what you need in a relationship so that it's more balanced is totally something important and worth doing. So now Mars is in really good communication with Venus this entire month. Right now Mars is in the air sign of Gemini, which is your 8th house of transformation. And then on May 15th moves into the water sign of your 9th house of Cancer, which is your 9th house. And that would be higher learning, long distance travel, research, communication with your higher self. But while it's in air, Venus is in fire, and air feeds fire. And so what you're desiring is communicating well with what actions you can take. It's very comfortable to get from thought to action. And then on the same day that Venus is moving into an earth sign, Mars is moving into a water sign, and water and earth are very compatible also. And so the whole month, the opportunity to take your thoughts and desires and wishes and what you really love and feel strongly about and translate that into action that moves things in the direction that you want is very likely to happen. I am sorry, it's kind of early. So, and I was looking at this. So, this is such a big lesson in Scorpio. I feel like this is your lesson the whole year long. What you don't like in your partnership is a reflection back to you of who you are. So, this is true for everybody. So I'm not picking on you. But we see in other people the things that we like about ourselves, and we see in other people the things that we don't like about ourselves. And so if there's something in your relationship that's not working, take a look at it and say, okay, well, I don't like this about my partner. Are you also doing that? Is it creating that where you're reflecting back to each other the negative aspects of yourself? And so take this as an opportunity to focus on reflecting out the good aspects of yourself, and your partner will reflect back the same attitude toward you. So let's just, okay, so the example that pops to my mind, and this is because I have a lot of Scorpios in my life. I'm a Capricorn rising. And in my Capricorn rising, and I have a lot of Scorpio risings in my life. Right? So my Capricorn rising really meets and greets the world with integrity and structure and honesty. It really does. Like I struggle to keep my dad used to say, just because you think it doesn't need to mean you need to speak it. It wasn't that, it wasn't that what I thought was wrong. It's just that not everybody wants to hear what I'm thinking. The truth kind of just leaks out of me, right? Which makes me good at doing these. But I think that everybody else, when they're speaking to me, are being as honest and forthright. And so all these Scorpio risings in my life have taught me that they are approaching everything with a guarded, self-protecting, you don't need to know everything about me attitude, which is not, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just different. But so they look at me and they say, what is she hiding? And I look at them and say, oh, they're telling me the truth about everything. It's taken me a long time to realize that that's not necessarily true. And so when we look at someone else, we think that they are thinking and feeling what we are thinking and feeling. But that's not true. Probably 90% of what people say and do have absolutely nothing to do with the person that they're saying and doing it to. It has everything to do with what's going on inside of them. And so when you're looking at somebody and you're thinking that they're doing whatever, or they're being however, or there's aspect about them however, it's probably a self-reflection. You're probably looking at them thinking that you're seeing what you know to be true for yourself. And it might not necessarily be the truth of the situation. So just something to think about. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the Earth. I feel like that's something everybody should know, but Scorpio, I think that is really a thing. And I think Scorpio risings, are less aware of this. I think a Scorpio, depending on what your rising sign is, you might feel that way inside, but you may not actually be projecting that. It's not your personality that the world is seeing. But inside you're thinking, I don't think that person's telling everything. And so it's just something to keep in mind. Well, this is the third time the Hawthorne has shown up. You would think by now I would have it memorized what it is. But this is a deck of cards that I literally was thinking about what cards do I want to use for the Earth sign. And it popped into my head and I thought, gosh, I'm not even sure if I know where that is. I had to go looking for it because I haven't used it in so long. And so we're going to whip out the book and the flashlight because it's so tiny. It's written so small and my old eyes can't handle it. And hopefully, oh, here it is. All right. The world is full of miracles if you have the eyes to see them. Connect with the magic of your own senses and the power of nature. Rejoice in as each new season arrives, savoring in it everything it can offer you. So we've just had this change of season. We're into spring now. Yes. Or you could be into fall if you're in the southern hemisphere. But a change of seasons, the cycles all move and change. And then on top of that, the planets are all changing. And by the time we get into July, all the planets except for Venus and Mars are going to be retrograde. And so right now, things mostly are moving forward, much like this Eight of Wands. Right now, pretty much everything is, Jupiter and Pluto have gone retrograde, but we still have all the personal planets are still moving forward. Things are still going. This is an opportunity to connect with nature. The fall is a good time to be outside. Spring is a great time to be outside. So get out there and connect. Ground yourself. Water needs earth. It does. It acts as a container. Trees, the roots reach down into the crystal center of the earth, and it transmutes energy. And so getting in close physical contact, sitting with your back against a tree, placing your palms on the tree and your feet on the ground creates a circuit that will cleanse your body. So there's a lot of things, a lot of ways to bring that energy in. Although then people call you tree huggers. But I'm not afraid. I do it anyway. I like the energy of them. Wow, that is just like so much glare there. I don't know. That's better. All right. So you have a full moon coming up. So what is it that you need to eliminate in your life that is going to bring about that's going to bring about the kind of changes you need, and we have the answer right here. So this month, concentrate on, it says full moon. It doesn't say full moon in Scorpio or anything like that, but it says surrender to the divine. So you're being asked to really think about what do you need to release. Is it a negative attitude? Is it a negative relationship? Is it a negative habit? I mean, it could be something like stop smoking, right? Something that you can release that makes your life better. Something that this month is more about releasing the things that you need to in order to progress your life forward. Releasing the feelings of anger that you have in a very healthy way, bringing in the gratitude. You have a new idea. You have a new idea. You're heading in a new direction. You don't have to feel like you're under attack all the time. If you can stand your ground, that skunk is definitely standing his ground. You can do this. You can do this. The Scorpio journey of the year continues. You guys are making such great progress. I'm so proud. I really am. So just keep working on it. And just be aware that this card just keeps pulling me to it. Be aware that what you're seeing in other people that you like or you don't like are the things that you like and you don't like about yourself. And so if you want to release something, if you have a situation that it keeps coming up, and you're like, why are people always like that? Take a really good look at yourself. Are you like that? Because that's the thing you could release that would really improve your life. Because then you'll be attracting people into your life that reflect back more of your positive traits. And that has the potential to bring in so much joy. Okay. Well, yes, I'm not surprised to see this card show up, because your heart chakra, it needs some opening. You really need to work on ways to open your heart chakra. So one way to do it is to sit in meditation. Go outside, lean against a tree, and just sit there and listen to the sounds of nature around you. And imagine a pillar of light coming through your crown chakra, through your third eye, through your throat, and down into your heart chakra space, and just filling it up with this white, bright light. And then feel it moving through your body, through the solar plexus, through the sacral chakra, through the root chakra. If your butt's on the ground, your feet's on the ground, that's a lot of space for it to flow right on out. And just allow it to cleanse your energy. Because your heart chakra needs a cleansing and an opening. It really does. And so it says, it is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. And so I think that if you can try to do that, and you don't have to be outside, you can do that sitting in your house. It's just outside in nature, it feels easier to feel the light flowing through you sometimes. But no matter where you choose to do it, wherever you can do it, you can do that in a bathtub. You're a water sign. That works too. But anyway, so the color for you is green Aventura. This is the stone. Green is the color of the heart chakra. It says, maintain a healthy heart, improve beliefs about good health and overall well-being, increase healthy outlook on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So I think this month, really focus on your heart chakra. Do things that make you feel open to opportunities. I mean, even if what you do is you sit and you put your feet on the floor and you sit up straight and you imagine this light beam coming through, and then just do this and feel your heart lifting up and opening up to the light and the cleansing. Because when I can feel, because it's so tight, and when I do this, it feels looser and lighter. So try that. Looks like another interesting month ahead for you, Scorpio, but you're making so much progress, and I keep going. I just want to say keep going. I can see that you're getting there. Keep going, okay? And it looks like it's going to pick up some speed on you. So keep going. You're doing great. You really are. I will see you back here for the weeklies and the full moon and the new moon, which will definitely impact your life, so make sure you check those out. And we will talk soon. You take care.